हेलो दोस्तों, आप सभी का बहुत स्वागत है मेरे इस यूट्यूब चैनल पे जिसका नाम है सिंप्लीफाइड एजुकेशन। टुडे वी आर गोइंग टू स्टार्ट विद द न्यू यूनिट दैट इज लॉजिकल रीजनिंग। दिस इज यूनिट नंबर 6 फ्रॉम यूजीसी नेट एंड सेट एग्जाम पेपर 1। इसके अलावा अगर आप कोई भी कॉम्पिटिटिव एग्जाम की प्रिपरेशन कर रहे हो तो लॉजिकल रीजनिंग बहुत ही इंपॉर्टेंट है। In this video, we are going to start with the first topic, that is understanding the structure of arguments. Here we need to understand the basic concepts of argument, and along with that we are going to study the types of arguments. You can join our Telegram channel and Facebook page with the link given below and into the description box. और अगर अभी तक आपने मेरे चैनल को सब्सक्राइब नहीं किया है and if you understand my teaching, please subscribe my channel so that you will be notified with my upcoming videos. First, let us understand the meaning of argument. See, if you want to study the logical reasoning into the better way, your fundamentals regarding arguments should be very clear. Okay? Whenever we read the word argument, it comes to our mind that it is a type of, we can say, quarrel. But no, it is not like that. Argument means what? It is a kind of communication between the statements. Okay? Let us see the definition. An argument is a series of statements called as the premises intended to determine the degree of truth of the another statement. And what is that another statement? Conclusion. मतलब यहाँ पे क्या होता है कि we are going to have the series of statements. We are going to have the two statements and that two statements are called as the premises, and based on that premises, what is the role of that premises? To determine the degree of truth of the another statement means conclusion. Means we are going to draw the conclusion based on the two premises. Okay? So we can say a simple argument must have the conclusion and at least two premises. मतलब यहाँ पे हम लोग को क्या समझ में आता है रिगार्डिंग आर्ग्यूमेंट कि आर्ग्यूमेंट में क्या चीज़ें होनी ज़रूरी है. First we should have the two premises, means we should have the two statements, and along with that we are going to have one conclusion based on the premises, and all these three parts are collectively called as the arguments. ठीक है. So first we will understand what is the meaning of premises. Premises are also called as the statements or the prepositions. Okay, most probably you will find the word premises or the prepositions. You will not find out always word statements. And what is the exact meaning of that premises? A premise is a statement that an argument claim will induce or justify the conclusion. Means यहाँ पे premises का काम क्या होता है? We are going to have two premises in one argument, और वो premises कौन सा काम करेगी? To find out the conclusion or to justify the conclusion. और वो premises के बारे में हम लोग क्या बोलते हैं कि we are going to have the assumption that something is true. मतलब that premises are true, we are going to consider it, and based on that consideration we are going to claim the or we are going to justify the conclusion. So in simple words we can say that premises that directly supports the conclusion. तो ये हो गई प्रीमाइसेस की बात. तो दो प्रीमाइसेस होने चाहिए और बेस्ड ऑन दैट एक कंक्लूजन होना चाहिए, और ये तीनों चीजें मिलाकर क्या बनता है? हमारा आर्ग्यूमेंट बनता है. सो दिस इज द बेसिक मीनिंग ऑफ द आर्ग्यूमेंट. ओके, we'll see the example of the argument so that you will understand it into the better way. See, there are two examples. First example, premises. Which is the first premises? All fruits are tasty. See, this is the generalized statement कि सब fruits क्या है? Tasty है. And second statement is that mango is a fruit. मतलब mango एक fruit है. तो from these two statements, from these two premises, what conclusion we are going to draw? That mango is tasty. Why mango is tasty? Because mango is a fruits and all fruits are tasty. So ultimately we can make the statement that mango is tasty. This is my conclusion based on these two premises, and these premises and conclusion are collectively called as one argument. Okay, this is a kind of simple argument. Let us see the another example. In the premises, first premises, all men are mortal. This is the generalized statement. And second one, that is the particular statement, that is Socrates is a man. So from that we are going to draw the conclusion that Socrates is a mortal. Why Socrates is mortal? Because he is a man and all men are mortal. So this is a kind of another example of the argument. I hope कि ये दो example से आपको समझ में आया होगा कि what is the exact meaning of the argument. ठीक है? Now let us see the types of argument. If we classify the arguments, there are three broad categories of that. First, deductive argument, also called as the deductive reasoning. Second, inductive argument, also called as inductive reasoning. And third one, that is the abductive, means we can say hypothetical deductive arguments. Okay. Now डिडक्टिव आर्ग्यूमेंट, इसको समझने के लिए, ये आर्ग्यूमेंट को समझने के लिए वी नीड टू अंडरस्टैंड व्हाट इज द मीनिंग ऑफ डिडक्टिव अप्रोच. सो डिडक्टिव अप्रोच का मीनिंग क्या होता है? इट मूव्स फ्रॉम जनरल टू द स्पेसिफिक. मीन्स वेन एवर द स्टूडेंट्स आर लर्निंग, if the formula is given, generalized formula is given, and based on that formula we are going to solve the specific, means particular examples, then that type of learning or teaching is called as the deductive approach. ठीक है. Suppose a plus b the whole square is equal to a square plus 2ab plus b square, ये formula बच्चों को दिया है, and from that they are going to solve the various examples, then that kind of learning is called as the deductive learning. ठीक है. Now what is the inductive approach? This is exactly opposite to the deductive one, that is specific, means particular to the general. Means first we are going to solve the various examples, and from that example we are going to make one general statement. Means यहाँ पे हम लोग formula determine करने वाले हैं. We are going to find out the new formula with the help of number of examples. Okay, so यहाँ पे हम लोग creative thinking को support करेंगे. Creative thinking या फिर critical थिंकिंग हम लोग बोल सकते हैं, एंड ऑल्सो वी कैन से इट इज अ काइंड ऑफ डाइवर्जेंट थिंकिंग. दिस इज डिडक्टिव मीन्स व्हाट? इट इज अ काइंड ऑफ कन्वर्जेंट थिंकिंग. सो इफ वी कंपेयर बिटवीन दीज टू, द इंडक्टिव रीजनिंग और द इंडक्टिव अप्रोच इज क्वाइट डिफिकल्ट एज कंपेयर टू द डिडक्टिव वन. ओके, ये हो गई प्राइमरी बातें इंडक्टिव और डिडक्टिव के बारे में. नाउ लेट अस सी इनटू द आर्ग्यूमेंट्स. First, that is called as the deductive arguments. Now deductive argument means what? General to specific, means already general things are given and just we are going to follow it. So that is a kind of routine process we can say. So deductive arguments start with the general statement, means into the premises general statement will be given and examines the possibility to reach to the specific logical conclusion. Means from the general premises we are going to draw the specific conclusion. That is the main theme of the deductive argument, and the premises are intended to provide the support for the conclusion. That is so strong that if the premises are true, it would be impossible for the conclusion to be false. मतलब अगर premises true है, both the premises are true, then there is no possibility of the conclusion to be the false. Means we can say if the premises are true, 100% conclusion will be true. This is the straightforward logic of the deductive argument. Example. See example, first premise, second premise and conclusion. First premise में क्या लिखा है? All the fruits are tasty. See, whenever word is all, means this is called a generalized statement, because here we are going to cover everything. Means already we have given the generalization, that is all fruits are tasty. This example we have seen into the example of the arguments also. That time we were not knowing that this is the example of deductive argument. Now we are going to study it under the deductive arguments, and which is the specific or the particular statement that mango is a fruit. And from these two premises we are going to draw the conclusion, that is mango is tasty. Okay, so from deductive argument, suppose let us consider that this first premise is true and second premise is true. So from these two premises we can 100%ly say correct that mango is tasty. So there is no doubt about the conclusion. that whether it is true or false. If the premises are true, yes, 100% conclusion is true. That is all about the deductive arguments. Means here the generalized formula is given and we are just going to follow that formula and we are going to solve the few examples. Valid arguments. See, deductive arguments are also called as the valid arguments. तो यहाँ पे दो चीजें समझना बहुत जरूरी है कि डिडक्टिव आर्ग्यूमेंट्स को ही वैलिड आर्ग्यूमेंट्स क्यों कहा जाता है एंड आर्ग्यूमेंट्स व्हेन इट इज कॉल्ड एज द वैलिड, मतलब आर्ग्यूमेंट वैलिड कब होता है. आर्ग्यूमेंट्स वैलिड तब होता है व्हेन इट इज गोइंग टू फॉलो द प्रीमाइसेस एंड एज वी नो दैट इन द केस ऑफ डिडक्टिव आर्ग्यूमेंट्स कंक्लूजन इज कंप्लीटली फॉलोड बाय द प्रीमाइसेस. Here the 3 points are given which are very important from the exam point of view. See the first case. See, premises 1 it is true. Premises second premises it is also true. Then we can say that conclusion will be 100% true. Means when both the premises are true, the conclusion it has to be true. There is no possibility of the false conclusion. सेकेंड पॉइंट क्या है कि अगर फर्स्ट प्रीमाइस ट्रू है एंड सेकेंड प्रीमाइस इफ इट इज फॉल्स देन वी कैन से कंक्लूजन मे बी इट विल बी ट्रू और मे नॉट बी, मतलब वो ट्रू भी हो सकता है या फॉल्स भी हो सकता है. एंड थर्ड कंडीशन इज दैट when first premise is false and second premise is also false, means when both the premises are false the conclusion it is 100% false. So all these three conditions are followed by the valid arguments and ये कब होता है in the case of only deductive arguments, because the deductive argument is the only one argument that is completely followed by the premises. Okay, so I hope deductive argument और valid argument आपको अच्छे से clear हो चुका है. Now we will see the second type of the argument that is called as the inductive argument. Now we know that inductive में क्या होता है आपको, we are going to move from the specific to the general. So inductive reasoning is also called as cause and effect reasoning or the bottom up reasoning. Why it is called as cause and effect reasoning? Because inductive arguments में we are going to study the number of examples, we are going to make the complete analysis of that examples and from that we are going to make the generalized statement. Okay, so here we are going to make the complete analysis, that's why we are going to say that cause and effect reasoning or the bottom up. Bottom मतलब bottom पे क्या होता है, always examples are there at the bottom and from that examples we are going to reach to the top, that is called as the generalized statement. So this is the special feature of the inductive arguments. And along with that there is one important point. Inductive argument is based on the principle of uniformity of the nature. ये यूनिफॉर्मिटी का प्रिंसिपल क्या है, बहुत बार एग्जाम में भी पूछा जाता है. यूनिफॉर्मिटी मतलब व्हाट, जो पास्ट में था वही चीज आज प्रेजेंट में भी प्रेजेंट है एंड इट इज गोइंग टू रिमेन द प्रेजेंट इनटू द फ्यूचर आल्सो. मींस तीनों टेंस में वी आर गोइंग टू हैव द सिमिलैरिटी. दैट सिमिलैरिटी वी आर गोइंग टू कॉल इट एज अ प्रिंसिपल ऑफ यूनिफॉर्मिटी ऑफ द nature. That is also the special feature of the inductive argument. After that in this arguments premises point out the several cases. मतलब premises में हम लोग we are going to study the various examples of some pattern and the conclusion states that this pattern will hold in general. मतलब वो premises के ऊपर से हम लोग क्या करते हैं, एक generalized conclusion बना देते हैं that this pattern will hold into the general category. So we can say that inductive arguments make the generalization. In the case of deductive, already generalization was there and we are going to make the particular statement, and here we are going to make the generalized statement. And what is the exact difference between deductive and inductive? If the premises are true, the conclusion is probably true. Means here we are not going to say in the inductive arguments that if the premises are true then there will be the 100% conclusion true. No, it may be true or it may not be true. So we can say that if the first premise is true second also true, then there will be the probability that there will be the true conclusion, but we are not 100% sure about the conclusion. Why? Because this generalization we are going to make on the basis of only two premises, so maybe it will be true or may not be true. Let us see the example. See, फर्स्ट प्रीमाइस में उन्होंने क्या बोला है, वी सॉ द 1000 swans. ओके, मतलब ये 1000 swan, दिस इज वन एग्जाम्पल. हियर दे आर नॉट गोइंग टू से दैट वी हैव सीन ऑल द swans which are present all over the world. No, they have just selected the example, particular example of the 1000 swan. And what is the second premise? All of them are white. मतलब जो 1000 देखे, all of them are white, and from that the conclusion is drawn that all swans are white. So 1000 देखे हैं, उसके ऊपर हम लोगों ने conclusion बना लिया कि all swans are white. So we cannot say that this will be 100% true. Maybe it will be true, may not be. This is a kind of inductive argument. I hope कि example के हिसाब से आपको अच्छे से समझ में आ गया होगा कि what is the inductive arguments. Let us see the next category. Third one, that is called as the abductive or the hypothetico-deductive argument. What is the meaning of this abductive? यहाँ पे आपको ध्यान में रखना है कि it based on the prediction, assumption, hypothesis or the guess. ठीक है? Abductive argument is to take away a logical assumption, inference, conclusion, hypothesis or the best guess from the observation or the set of observations. What is the meaning of observation? Observation मतलब we are going to have the premises. That premises are called here as a observation, and the conclusion drawn is just a best guess. Means we are going to make the prediction. In the terms of research we can say it is a kind of hypothesis. मतलब when we are going to set the hypothesis at the initial stage, we are going to say that it is going to be my tentative result. Unless and until we are going to reach to the last step, we are not sure about that hypothesis. So here also we are going to say that this is my best guess. It may be or may not be true. Okay. Let us see the example. First premise, my roof is wet, and second premise is that rain makes the thing wet, and after that we are going to have the conclusion that it has rained recently. मतलब रेन की वजह से थिंग्स वेट होती है, ये तो ठीक है, एंड माई रूफ इज ऑल्सो वेट, बट वी आर गोइंग टू मेक द गेस और द अजम्पशन फ्रॉम दीज टू प्रीमाइसेस दैट यस इट हैज रेन रिसेंटली, मीन्स बिकॉज ऑफ रेन ओनली माई रूफ हैज बिकम वेट. Okay, so this is a kind of guess. We are not 100% sure that it will be correct or not. Okay, so this is the third type of the argument, that is called as the abductive argument. Okay, analogical argument. Now the question is that why it is not added into the main three types of the arguments? Because this is the special type of inductive argument only. Okay. Now what is the meaning of analogical? Analogical means we are going to make the comparison. In the last type, that was abductive. What is the meaning of abductive? We are going to have the some kind of assumptions or the prediction. So analogical is a type of reasoning in which a comparison is made between the things that have the similar features. Means यहाँ पे हम लोग comparison करने वाले हैं दो same चीज़ों की, and with the help of which words we are going to make that comparison? Like, as, than, such kind of words we are going to use. Let us see the example. First, our soldiers are as brave as lions. Means we have made the comparison of our soldiers with the lions with the help of word as. And into the second example, the universe is a complex system like watch. Means we have compared universe with the watch with the help of word like. ठीक है, so these are the three types of arguments we have seen. Thanks for watching this video. This was all about the foundation of the arguments. In the next video, we will discuss about the square of opposition, which is going to be really important topic for all the exam point of view. Till then, stay with us.